Travessa de Say. This is just this tiny little lane, and we're going to be walking straight up this lane. It's it goes up to a church, so we're basically going to go up to a church. Before we even go down it, we're going to just kind of give you some context of where we are, and basically let's go across and get a chance. Up there goes towards the Portuguese bookstore, the Portuguese consulate, goes down to Rio de Campo, so all kinds of cool stuff in that direction. This direction goes towards, there's actually two ways it goes. One is towards let's get through the people a little slight bit. There we go. So the direction that way goes to Sao Paulo ruins. The direction this way goes to St. Dominic's, São Domingos Church, which is right over there in yellow. And then it also goes to Santa Square. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you Say, which is right down this little alley. So stay tuned for that. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Travessa de Say. Okay, so before we go up, we're just going to take a brief view this way. Try to capture this little the energy of this little spot right here. This kind of targets on this black and white bullet target. That's funny, target, and then we got our target street behind us. And then you can kind of see the way that the architecture of this looks. So I'm just going to come up a little bit, try to capture the feeling of this space before we go up our target. And that goes all the way up to Sao Paulo ruins on Palha Street and St. Paul Street. This one goes down to Santa Square, and St. Dominic's is not too far away. Got some really beautiful architecture right in here too. Actually, check that out right there. That door is open up at the top, so you can actually see that that is one giant unit up there. I think kind of cool. And then St. Dominic's is the yellow church. So I'm just kind of giving you all the little context of it. So that yellow church straight ahead is St. Dominic's Church. If you go all the way down, it goes to Santa Square. But we are going to some nice architecture right there too. Really beautiful buildings in this area. Okay, so we are going to go down our target street in just a moment. Just want to capture the beauty of this area. It's really quite amazing. Okay, so Say is straight up that way. It'll be interesting, they're also doing some work on this building on the corner. So this building is a really narrow building. So when they finish that, I think it'll equally be striking. You can kind of see the way that the window format is right there, and just how it's skinny. It's kind of a skinny building that comes to a point with a lot of depth backing it. So here we got a lot of small shops. Bakeries, beef au pal. So yeah, this Say is kind of marked by those kind of places. Beef au pal, I think, is the specialty on this street. And then you have some other stuff here, famous lemon tea. And then this one right here is a Chinese style house. You can see the windows. And I forget what it's called. I think it's actually a museum. It's closed at the moment. There's the people that live there. Lived there. I forget the history of this, but it is a pretty cool home. I think it's a prominent businessman, historically. Okay, so we're just gonna capture the feeling of the street a little bit. Pork chop buns. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we're gonna head on up. And then we got some, straight ahead we have some nice murals. Those are from George Chinnery. We're gonna just briefly go into that in a moment. But there's one straight ahead right there, but we're gonna go to the right a little bit and we can capture the work of George Chinnery. Like this one right here. So that's Mont Fortress up there. I think that church might be, doesn't look like Sao Paulo's. Could be though. So this is called Praia Grande View of the Bom Porto Fort, George Chinnery, from about 200 years ago. He was a very prominent watercolorist in Macau. So he has his work here too. And so you'll see all of these were made by George Chinnery. So when he was here, he would sell this artwork to Europe, and then it was kind of the view of what China looked like because it was pre-photos, right? Pre-video. So 1840, circa 1840, around 1840 is when he made that work. And then here's another one too. And you can just kind of see the style, the culture, the way that people would look to that era. So we're going to go back. It's going to step this way. There's a little bit more. Bombesa is a Portuguese restaurant. And then this is another Travessa. This is a Travessa de São Domingos, St. Dominic's Lane. But ours is actually Say. They're going to come up to the top. They're both come up to the top, but we're going to stay faithful to Say. So yeah, when George Chinnery walked the streets of Macau, he inspired people from all over Europe to study watercoloring so they could come and do the same. And then of course they would follow him around in the streets, learn the style, learn the technique, and then they could sell those images as well. So pretty cool little street. Okay, so we're gonna head back up. We also have a little dream corner here. Okay, so we're gonna head up to the top of Travessa Say. Kind of cool little windows like that. Wow. I think this is a Catholic store right here, I think. Looks pretty cool. Race car. It's a Grand Prix. It was last weekend, so. And then this little area opens up to Largo, Say Square. And you got Say Church, Say Cathedral right there as well. So yeah, kind of cool little spot. So everything up here is Travessa de Say, Rua de Say, Pagoda de Say, Say Cathedral, Cathedral de Say. Then we also have this little plaza right in here too. I think this is also Say. They're building the nativity set. The Cathedral Square is right in here. So I think that they're working on that. Anyways, that's our Chaga Street right there. Pretty cool little space. We'll end it right there. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.